stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were some gallantly streaming, and rugged the monster's stream it moved through the night. Then our flag was still there. Oh, sailors and star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are live and in color tonight. How we doing, Jamie?
Good. How are you doing, Clay?
Oh, I feel like my ass on fire and I can't catch it.
Is it? Yeah,
busy
sit her
day,
down in some
kinda
hot
busy.
water.
Well, I
Some
wish
warm
that was
water.
the
Put
problem.
that shit out. Oh, you got
It's been a-
hemorrhoids?
No. It's been a very, very busy day.
I'm kidding, buddy. I'm just giving you a little shit.
I know. I'm kind of fired up about a lot of things. I had a lot of shit going on, and then I see what North Dakota legislature thinks they should do, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, and definitely dive into it on Friday a little with Mitchell in the morning. But what the hell, for being such a red state, how many times have I said, Jamie, this is not a conservative state? It's maybe 50.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's a little more, but because we do get people like Trump elected, but for the most part,
on the national scene. But when you
Yeah.
look at the votes coming out of the House and you're getting 48 to 44, and that's about 50-50. And that's not good, especially
It's
on
not what
gun
it should
bills.
be. It's not what it should be.
No.
If more
Dang.
people paid attention to who they were voting for, we would be definitely more of a Republican state than a
Yes, we would. Yes. Yep. Hey, Rumble, we are over there. We're live and ready to rock and roll over there as well. And let me know if you're seeing two feeds. The reason is because I tried to integrate this. I don't know if I got it to work or not because I don't know till we go live. So I think I got it integrated, but I'm not sure. I guess if you make a comment and it comes through from over there, then I'll know. Because that's
we're live on Sturm, so I'm sharing that one.
Yep, we're live on Sturm. I don't know if we are on GAD. I didn't go check.
I'm checking it right now. I'm not ignoring you, Clay. I'm doing some
fine. Twitter, hey, or X. I went ahead and shared out all the sharing rooms and the messages. So hey, keep her coming. Keep logging in here, and we'll get going. So tonight, just to give you a little overview, everybody. We're going to be talking a little bit about 10 popular hunting rifles that may or may not belong out there. Of course, I had a question come in from one of our sponsors, by the way, about wood stocks because they wanted to start doing some work with them. So, hey, I did a little research and I come across, I thought, a great article as to why they use what they use for them. So stay tuned for that. And then we got our mag dumps coming out. I think you're going to like them.
Yeah, and of course, I got 10 popular rifles that, some people think shouldn't be out in the field or in the woods, Clay.
Yeah, I know. That's just what the hell, right?
We're gonna find out. I'm sharing this to a bunch of the groups here on Facebook. I've never done this. I figured it out, so I'm giving it a go here now.
Yeah,
we're gonna see if this actually works. Or if people are just like, who are these two freaking losers?
So basically, let's tell you what, before we get going any farther, let's start this off like we always do. I'll put it up here so the rest of you can see it. But the Second Amendment, well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Hey, North Dakota legislature, that applies to you as well. So we'll be getting to that.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. Cause you didn't get totally into them there, right, Clay? But you mean we got the gist of what these things are all about, and you're going to get a little more into it on Fridays, I think, with Mitchell in the morning, aren't you?
That's the plan, because I did not get enough. I'll put it this way: I've been kind of busy with a lot of other projects going on here, and you know what some of these are, and I have not been able to follow this like I should have been, and obviously it's showing. But I'm definitely going to try to be up there and make damn sure that we can get in there and testify on this stuff. That's the plan.
I would say this, Clay, like a lot of people. I mean, I've got a few messages from people like, oh, "Hey, what's with this gun bill?" And this might sound like a cop out, but Clay has a job and I got a job, and we don't get paid a whole lot for this. So if this is all we did, Clay, we could break this shit down out of this. So we're doing our best we can to keep you guys informed, to catch up on us. We rely on other people we know in the legislature and whatnot to give us, and friends of ours for that matter, to keep us up to speed. We're up to speed on a lot of shit, but the local stuff, well, your gun's in a 701 though. Yeah, but if you think it's easy tracking these bills down, give her a go on the state's website and the 1,200 bills and see if you can find them. Because it's not like you click on it and go, oh, gun bills, here we go. No, oh, they're right here. It's not like that.
They have actually, it seems like to me, they've made it difficult to navigate that site on purpose for that. I really do believe.
I mean, it is.
I have it saved on my computer, so it helps me because I can go in there and just
it totally sucks, really.
It really does. It really does. So, yeah, that's not a good thing. I don't think. I know it's not.
you got to share it up there on X, Clayton.
I do. Yep, it's shared on X, and I see we're building on there, so that's good.
Yeah, we're picking up. Appreciate everybody. You want to get some of these comments here? Looks like everybody's jumping on, or you want me to hit
them? Go for it. Take them for a minute.
All right, let's get back to the. Whoop, I hit the wrong thing. All right, here. Good evening, Eric Newman, Brian Warner. Good evening to my fellow MVEs. Josh Patterson, what's up, buddy? What's up, fellers? Corey Merriman, Gene Cox. Good evening. Good evening. Dan Brown, good evening from he missed at Western Edge. I'll add that in for you, Dan. One shot cap. Good evening, Patriots. Good evening. One shot. Ruger 1022 all the way. Corey Merriman. Hey, Corey, it's coming up here on the story I got, so hang in there. The author didn't like that. Gene Cox, I saw something about the trigger stuff. Criminals are really scared off. Yeah, Clay and I were talking about that on pre-show, so that'll definitely come up in the mag dump. And if we do get too into that, Clay, when we get into the mag dump, you go first. And if discussion gets too deep on that, I'm just going to skip my mag dump because that's what's more pertinent is what we want to talk about locally here than what my mag dump is. But if we got time, I'll do it. Because the mag dump I thought was pretty interesting. So
yeah, so just to help you guys out here, I'm going to leave this up here for a little bit. I just put up the website, and that will take you to the Bills and Resolution Index. And what you'll find there at the top in the upper right-hand corner, you can go ahead and even find my legislator, find a bill. But it's got a section there, put 2025, and then put the bill's number in there. That, if you know the bill number, boom, you have it.
Don't you got to sign in, though, to get more in-depth description of it? Because every time I do it, it's like some vague-ass description.
No, you just got to – I don't know how to – here, you know what? Let's get this is not where we were going, but I think this is important, especially with what's going on right now. So
hey, I'm just waiting here chilling with my Todd Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm going to take the chat overlay off so everybody hold up on the chats.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what it looks like, right? There's your bills and your resolutions. You can go up here and let's say I want to go to 1588. That's one I was looking at, and that's that one I was talking about. So here you got versions. So when you see this, so this is the one that was adopted, and that's the one that you want to take a look at. That's the version.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go over here, it'll tell you the actions. This is even better yet because this is the one that passed. Okay, and this will show you the vote. Now I like to always put the vote up because then it tells me exactly who voted yes and exactly who voted no. Mm-hmm. on the bills, and you can hold them accountable. I have a file on gun ones. Here's the problem. The second reading passed 49-43, but this bill, from what I understand, actually failed the first time. I'm not seeing it here.
Maybe it wasn't anti-gun enough.
Maybe. So if you want to look at the videos, here's the video from the chamber on it. It's in the mm-hmm. House Energy and Natural Services.
Boring AF if you want to watch that
shit. It is. But you learn a lot. You learn who your enemies are. You learn who the rhinos are.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, Clay. If you and I got paid full time to do this, I would go over this shit. But we don't. Yeah. So
See, here's where they took a vote. Right there. This one was at 10:47.
I mean, the vote would be good to watch if you
48
want to see if
82.
you're critter.
Yep. And then if you really want to know, and this is where I find out when people. This will tell you hearings. Well, this one, of course, they're all done.
So Clay, the gun bills here, I was in the House Energy and Natural Resources, right? That's what these committee meetings are.
Most of them, not always.
Okay. Because I know my House member.
There's the ones I like. I like to go to the testimony, and then it gives you the testimony, and because they enter the written one. When you've been there, so if you go in there and you give them your written, this is where it's going to end up. And they tell you opposition or not. So when you look through here, you can see there was actually a lot of opposition to this bill. And you got neutral from the Department of Health and Human Services.
Oh, Pat Heiner, he's in favor of it, huh?
Yeah, he gets up there and speaks a couple times, once neutral and once in favor. And, he was, if I remember right, see, this is what we love. Go up here. I believe he was, yep, right there he is. He actually, so that bloated guy right there, he was actually one of the co-sponsors of this bill.
This guy claims, I mean, you ask him, he'll act like he's Yosemite Sam and claim he's the biggest pro-gun son of a bitch you've ever come across. No.
Not.
I've been to a couple committee meetings. The guy's been against both pro-gun bills I've been there with. So, and I know I've talked to a couple legislators up there who had the same conversation. They said he gets pissed off when you tell him he's anti-gun. He gets butthurt and all mad and acts like he's not.
Yeah,
Pat, you are.
I told him
I might be 100% anti-gun, but you're not. You sure as hell aren't. You shouldn't have no A rating from anybody.
He shouldn't, and he's got one, I believe, from NRA.
Yeah,
and I had a good discussion with.
See, Clay, the NRA sucks.
Yeah, well, they're still the big 10,000-pound gorilla in the room, but they don't get it right.
Well, and they need some feet on the ground here more than they got, and I know a couple guys.
I suggested a couple guys today to the guy I was talking.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I
can tell you right now, it is nice being a retired rep from that organization because I still have contacts there, so it's been great. I'm looking at Heinert's biography. He's retired. He's got a BS. You're right. He's full of BS. Anyway, he's went to the university. He's got these nice degrees. Who cares? Then he was a past Burleigh County sheriff, and
for many years.
I went and kind of looked up his things and some of his testimony in the past. You know what? He's not exactly a patriot at all. When you look at some of the testimony he gave as a sheriff once in a while, going back many, many years. See, this is the great thing. Your freaking records are everywhere when you testify in the legislature, and you can look them up. And I love doing it.
On the internet forever, man.
So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys, this is how these work. And when you get to this, if you look at the bottom here, ndlegis.gov/assembly/69
69.
Oh no, 2025/bill-index.html. Just if you're on the podcast listening, just please go look this up. It's there. I think if I get time tomorrow, Jamie, I'm going to try to get on the website and make a new place and put that link there so that everybody can just go there. I'll make it really easy for you because people need to get on there, give testimony. You can submit testimony. I can't on this one anymore because, like I said, it's done. It's already been heard. But you can submit testimony on these bills. What was the one you were just talking about? 14 what?
No, 4027 is the one that built to limit or ban gun raffles, which unfortunately my senator was a sponsor of, and the other one is Senate Bill 2035.
Yep. Here's the other one.
Christ, he's probably on this one too. He's on this one too. Come on, Sean.
Just a second here. Oh, Sean's
Jesus.
Disappointment, the big one. So this here, 2035. Is that the one? The other one you were talking about?
4020. You got 4027 up there, and the other one is 2035.
Here's 4027. Introduced by Cleary, Dever, Jonas, and Shower.
Oh, Dick Dever too, huh? The guy in other cities, pro-gun.
And this is basically relating to charitable gaming and limitations on the use of gaming.
Do I got to run for fucking office here yet? Hey, Shiloh, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining in.
Shiloh, good to have you on. Shiloh's a patriot.
Same with you, Dave. Corey says, North Dakota, WTF, your reps really went liberal. Yeah, they have. Josie Milbrand. Heiner is part of the squad. Porter and Nathan Bosch. Yes, he is, Josie. I like that. I like
and
that.
Porter's been
squad.
Porter's the big one that went in on this freaking binary trigger.
He's
thing.
another guy who claims he's, freaking Rambo.
Yep. Yes. And, you look at the versions of this. Well, let's go look at the testimony first. So you got the economic development person in opposition. When you start going down, you see, there isn't a lot of testimony here. So
is this the one that they're doing Wednesday for the committee meeting? Because
I don't know.
I think it's the other. This is the one I really want to go up to the committee meeting on.
Right here it is, March 5th. That would be Wednesday, right?
All right, man. I'm gonna be there. I don't know if I can do both of them, but I'm going.
March 5th. Yep, March 5th. There it is.
Guns in the 701. Gonna be there. So if you don't like me and you want to beat my ass, you know where I'll be March 5th. Give it a go.
And it's gonna take place in the House Education Committee, Coteau A and B.
Yeah, Coteau.
Yeah. So right here, I want you guys to see this.
I can't. It's not moving.
Oh, just a second here. I'll go share that one. Give me 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta stop this one. I gotta share the other.
Shiloh's is freaking Rambo. Love it. That's shirt worthy.
All right. So right here is 2035. So take a look at that one, and then just go over to hearings right here. See?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you got a hearing coming up, and here's where you have submit testimony. This allows you then to go through and put your name in here, put whatever you're doing. And then what I do is you put your city and state in there as well. And you can browse your files. You can put in support of, in opposition, written. I like it because you can browse the files and then you put your file in there. I always make mine into a PDF because it's the easiest. And then you upload it and submit it. It's really easy to do. Write it out. It takes you maybe 5 minutes to do this. And we're going to provide you a link to find all this stuff. Well, there you go. It'll be even
Better
easier.
yet, just roll up in there with me and let's just get it. Let's just do it right in there.
I'm with you.
I like to look them in the eyeball when I'm talking, and the people sitting there looking around, and you can just see. I remember the one we went in. It was one of Becker's bills. Rick just sat there with a big grin on his face because we had you and me and Marty and Bob were in there, and I think a couple other guys. Who was the other guy there? Clay, the tall black dude there. He was Raheem. He was up there with us too. And and it was like three of the opposition, and one crazy nutwad there came in on the.
And that's where I told that one gal and kind of told her off. And then I told the Catholic lobbyist what I thought of him and his testimony, and then how he should get a hold of their pedophile priests first, because it was the truth back then. And he walked over and left.
Just step into the urinal, man, and anybody, a bunch of gang of people who want to beat your ass, they'll just leave you alone. Yeah. I'm like, that's what you want to do. Go in a freaking bathroom in a park so nobody sees and they can really beat the shit out of you, you dumbass.
But like I said, go here, you check it out. There's the video of what happened in the committees and the hearings, actions. Right. It's just once you get here and you learn to navigate this, it's not too bad.
So by Friday on Mitchell in the morning, Clay's going to have this even more broke down for us. So
yeah. So here's your vote in the Senate. You can see Van Oosting voted for that. That's too bad. I know.
What?
Keith Bain voted for this.
What in the hell's going on with these people?
Clemens, Luke,
my senator even voted for it.
Scheible voted it. District 31. Cleary actually voted no. That's interesting.
Yana Myrdal did. What?
Is this the right bill?
Yeah, maybe. I was like, what the shit? 2035. No, you got the wrong one here, I think, don't you?
Well, this was one you gave me too.
Oh yeah, and raffles. Yeah, this is the same one.
Yeah. So we'll have to go see what this is.
God, I'm getting pissed.
That's why I haven't talked too much about the bill itself, because I haven't had a chance to research it, just so everybody knows.
Josie says the revenge bills by the establishment is unhinged this session. If the public only knew, they are going right after their own constituents. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you missed it. Absolutely. 1,200 and whatever freaking bills we got. That's freaking asinine.
And that's what you were telling me about Governor Armstrong, and I tend to agree. I am all for an every year legislative session. I think if you look just to the south or just to the east or just to the west, you can see that you have a part-time legislative assembly. It's only going to be about 45 days. That's what it should be. That's all it should be. It gives you a very limited amount of time to introduce bills. And in South Dakota, they even try to hold on to a few extra days in case they have to come back into session. It allows also more people to run. A lot of employers will give you
Todd.
a month off. I got to talk to Todd about that. Anyway, where it's pretty tough to take 3.5 months off from your job. It truly is to do this job in North Dakota. So I like the idea. Then if you need to fix something, you can come back. Yes, you always run the risk of now every year you got to go fight. Well, maybe that'll keep you on your toes. Maybe people won't get complacent, because if you think for a minute that this legislature is not working in the off season, think again. There's tons of meetings going on. There's tons of things being decided. These studies they pass, a lot of time that's when they have those meetings. There is always work being done, and a lot of times they'll go for proclamations so that the governor can enact a proclamation, which is like an executive order. So I think it's better to have a session every single year.
I do too.
More people will probably run.
It's getting to be that way. And not only that, Clay, you're talking about what Kelly said. He also said that there's got to be a way to restrict the amount of these bills that are coming up, because you can't.
That'll be one of them.
Yeah, it's hard enough to keep up, but I mean, an average person doesn't have like there's 1,200 bills. Even if you come home and get on your computer, you're gonna go and look at all this shit. Like Clay showed all that testimony. You don't have time to do that bullshit.
No. And neither do the senators and reps that sit there.
Right.
You talk to them. I mean, I've talked to Senator Magrum. I've talked to Representative Koppelman, the guys that we know. And I'm telling you, them guys they struggle. And then, of course, they killed the bill that would have allowed our legislators to have some extra help. If you could have an aide or two, that would be fantastic, because they'd be able to do that book work for you. But see, they don't want that. They're just as bad as the Fed. They want to ram these things through. Here, take a look at this. You got 6 hours to look at all the bills for the docket tomorrow. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, Shiloh says we need new blood in there. Yeah, we do, Shiloh. I mean, there needs to be, and man, I'm just really frustrated with these gun bills. Just really came out of freaking nowhere. Somebody was and all of a sudden, and they're just asinine. I mean, they're no common sense bills. I mean, really? Well, I mean, this is some kind of shit that they introduced in California.
It's like the one on the binary trigger. In all honesty, so what they're trying to do is say, if you're using an illegal arm to commit these acts, right?
Yeah.
Then you're going to see more of a fine, more of a penalty, and it's going to become, I forget, I think it's a more stringent felony. Well, you know what? Last time I checked, again, criminals, right? Criminals are criminal. Why? Because they break the law. And I'm pretty sure that if they're intent on committing a horrendous crime, they don't care if the binary trigger is illegal. They don't care if it gives them more time. They don't care about the legislature's laws that are passed. Only thing it does is affect law-abiding people. And it's just the most ridiculous thing. I was reading that article that you sent me.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Porter was up there.
Yeah, that's his big idea. And, you live at Mound down there or west of Mound down, Porter's your guy.
And old Pork Chop too, because Rob Port's Pork Chop 1. Anyway, this guy gets up and talking about, we got to have this because it's dangerous. No, it's not. Binary triggers are no more dangerous than anything else. And he even said it basically makes it a full auto, because he was told that by somebody. Oh, really? Full auto.
Well, that was the case when the guy used it in Fargo. How come he didn't freaking mow everybody down? That was their main reasoning for doing it. And we're going to make it more of a steep penalty if you get caught with a binary. So, like, you think somebody who's going to do mass murder gives two shits what stiffer penalty you pass because you used a binary freaking trigger?
Josie hit this on the head. He says Porter tries to kill any good 2A bills. He does. He's always been on the wrong side of the Second Amendment. He also can't get on his knees in front of game and fish low enough and take them and engulf them, because that's what he does. He loves anything they do to that degree. Porter is a worthless piece of shit. Plain and simple. He's not a Second Amendment guy. He's not a constitutional. He sure as hell ain't a conservative. He should just put a D by his name, and then dumb fuck would really actually apply to him because he'd have that D there. Anyway, I'm a little fired up tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting mad too when you're doing this. Let me get to a few of these comments here. Okay, read that one. There you go from
I'll never
Dave.
fault a rep for voting no. If they can't read and digest bills, it should just be a flat no. Sure, it will look bad at the time, but offers no change over reckless change. Very true, David. Josie said he is a Democrat. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought he was a Republican. But
who?
Porter.
Well, he's got an R behind his name. I can tell you that. But
he's definitely a Democrat. I mean,
he owns the ambulance service over there in Mound Down.
I never understood that. Why people who lean left and like that ideology, why do they want a capitalistic system where they make money?
I don't get that either. Josie says, get Kelly to veto them. Clay and I talked about that. We said, Kelly's been on with us numerous times. He was on with me on Michael Bell's show, me and Clay and Michael on there, and have Michael. Hey, if you, he's gonna get his chance if he's passed to veto him. And I'm hey, we backed his ass. We endorsed him. So if it's on a gun,
we know.
I'm right now. I'm saying I'm confident he would. So Shiloh says it's hard to tell who's on our side anymore. Exactly, Shiloh. 100% it is. Yep. Doug Wolf says even the new blood is voting for this shit. Yeah, they are actually, Dougie. You're 100% right, Ax.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Gene says the binary trigger crap. It's like giving a 10-year sentence after the death penalty is handed down. Yeah, they don't give a shit. You think they care? If you're going to go murder a bunch of people, oh, shit, I better just get a couple of them because I might get a stiffer penalty for using the binary trigger.
They don't care. Yeah, they don't care at all. We all know that. I don't know. To me, the North Dakota legislature, you got to remember, where did I cut my teeth at? South Dakota, right? And I thought we had issues in South Dakota, and we did, okay? I can tell you, it's nothing like what I have seen in North Dakota since I become a North Dakota resident and got involved in the political process in this state. North Dakota has South Dakota is a cakewalk compared to what's going on up here. It truly is. It truly is.
I'll tell you what, I'll add one thing, Clay, and let's take a break and come back and let's talk some guns because my face is probably red on here because I'm freaking pissed. I think I'm going to go to my punching bag and unleash when we do it. But Clay and I talked about this earlier. There's no goddamn reason this state needs 1,200 freaking new laws introduced in bills. There should maybe 5 or 10, right, Clay? What the hell else do we need here? Come on, let's get real. There should be 1,200 bills to take bills off. Like Trump said, I want 16 off for everyone coming in now. So
I like that idea. If you're going to make a bill or you're going to make a law, then we need to remove 5 laws right behind it. We'll start there. But
sounds good, buddy.
So yeah, I'll tell you what, let's take our first break. Let's go pay some bills and thank some of our great sponsors, which by the way, I'm going to give you a little shout out to Horton Lasercraft when we come back because they had a little something happen. So
sounds good.
Located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yeah, hey, look, I got the moves like Michael, the flow like Aubrey, walk around thinking I'm a prince like Saudi. Mismatched Converse, t-shirts tucked in, know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink cop.
All right, we are back on our. We're going to continue to, I guess.
Hey,
Put your mic down. Put your mic down.
Everybody hanging in there. Hey, Facebook, everybody jumping on Facebook. Appreciate that. We're restricted on GAT701, but Clay still got Sturm and Guns on the 701 going. Shared it on a few there. We got a lot of people listening on Facebook tonight. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate
I mean,
it.
I recommend you moving over to X and following us because who knows how long we're going to be on here. So, and like Clay and I said, if you didn't ever catch it, if we get zapped on Facebook again, we're done.
We're probably
Screw
done
'em.
because it's.
In the words of what's his name there in Legends of the Fall,
Absolutely, absolutely. So, just a second, I'm looking at Rumble over here. So, hey, thanks everybody for tuning in over here on Rumble. Get this.
Absolutely.
We are actually showing up when I hop on here. I see that we show up in the feed when we go live. So when you hit on that landing page, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, awesome, man.
And if
Awesome.
I don't think anyone's been commenting. I don't know if it's integrated. I know I tried it, but I'll figure it out like I always do. So Josie, I like what Josie said here, and I've been saying this for years. North Dakota is a purple state, always has been. I remember as a kid how the Democrats bragged about how we get $2 of every dollar.
I've heard that many
times. It
times.
hasn't changed. We maybe have a 20-30 on our side. The rest aren't paying attention, or our actual Democrats. That might be, I don't know. I think this state is purple. I've always called it purple. I think socially it's way more conservative than it is fiscally. I mean, they spend like drunken Democrats. They just do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at all the add-ins coming in now.
Well, it ain't like we're broke either. I mean, they don't spend wisely is what
they are now adding. They're in, I forget what they call it, but now they're adding all these little things that were not discussed, and they're adding them to other things. And you're going to have like another 100 million probably the way it looks if they get them all. This is insane. And yet they don't want to do property tax relief.
Yeah, still no. Like Dougie said here, still no.
It just does not make sense. And unfortunately, and I know, we go on Michael's show and I appreciate being on there, but him and I differ on the property tax thing. And that's fine. I do think that the property tax should be eliminated. We should not have to rent our property. Did you see Florida? Ronnie DeSantis is all for it, wants to eliminate property tax, and good for him.
Yeah, Ronnie D's a man, I'm telling you.
Well, I think he's going to run in 2028. By the way, down there, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Dave said our audio's clipping about every 4 or 5 seconds. I don't know if it's him or us, but if anybody else is here, and I put that in the comments, he said.
Yeah, let us know, guys. Let us know if you're having trouble with our audio, because I don't know what to tell you on that. All I can tell you is that I had some internet issues today, so maybe they're not all fixed.
I noticed when you went live, it was kind of janky, but
so I got to tell you about one of our sponsors, and that's Horton Laser Craft, because this is that story I was going to do about wood stocks. That came from them asking a question about what kind of woods are best to start laser engraving on, and I sent an article to her, the one that I found, and kind of explained it. But I also found out that they got their first customer today from hearing it on Guns on the 701. So, hey, thank you, whoever's doing that. And you let them know.
Awesome.
We might not have the biggest following, but we definitely got loyal people. So we appreciate that. And also, one other thing, it pissed me off when we got kicked off of Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because we didn't get a lot of stuff from there. We are back on there. I went and made a brand new one. So just go ahead and look up GAT701 on Twitch. It's really clear over there, too. And we're back on there. We'll see how long that it lasts. Brian says, X sounds great. Corey says Facebook's working good. So it might be on Might be on your end, Dave.
Yeah. All right. Let me catch a few of these comments here, Clay. Corey says, great idea. No new bills and fix the ones on the books. Now, hey, look at our Constitution. It's simple and it works. You're right, Corey. It is simple. Even an uneducated, knuckle-dragging, right-wing turd like me can understand it pretty simply.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Facebook is up and going. All right. Yeah, it is, Corey, but you're watching the one I shared from Clay's, from Sturham's onto One Shot says, every time a bill is passed to a law, you lose one of your rights. That's right. I mean, even the founders said that everything that's passed is another millimeter you get off of your rights. Audio is good here on Facebook. Excellent. You got those, Clay. How many bills are these legislator hosers introducing that decrease spending? None, right, Clay? That's what you said. I mean,
I haven't seen any really. I mean, they're giving property tax relief supposedly by giving you credits. You know what? Cram your credits. You know, if you want to give me a break, tell you what, just reduce it. Okay, just make a bill. We're going to reduce it by this much percentage. Done. Why in the hell do I need a credit? I don't need it. Just give it. Just don't take it from me in the first place.
I'm like that little guy on one of the Star Wars things. No, I wanted the money.
Yeah. Little angry man here. Hey, good to have on another one of our sponsors here. He says, I'll tell you what is bullshit is the 18 to 21-year-old automatic delay that the FBI does on a gun buyer in this age group. Can join the military, but you can't buy a gun. I had to tell that to a guy this week. And yeah, there was a gun show in Lemon this weekend, and I know that John was there. Sorry, John, I did not have a chance to get
I can tell you this. I actually saw Dan Bongino say there should be no delay. It's freaking instant. It's bullshit. That should all be erased immediately. So, hey, Bongino's number 2 in charge behind Kosh.
Yes.
It is Kosh. It's not Cash. It's Kosh.
But show me the money anyway, Cash.
I do definitely speak fluent Kosh Patel. But yes. Hey, joke, relax. Yeah, it's going bye-bye. But Bongino's got anything to say, and Kosh, it's going, that's because they've been saving them records for years, Clay. It's a law passed. They're supposed to be evaporated immediately, but somehow, Clay, 8 years later, they can goddamn track you where you bought your fucking gun.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, wow, amazing.
So, and when you get Cash in there, Kosh and Bongino together, I'm telling you right now, these guys are pro 2A. They truly are, especially Bongino. If you ever listen to his show, you'd know exactly.
Oh, he had a show on the NRA network there for. Oh, yeah, the NRA.
And I tell you what, when these boys get going, remember they just got in. You gotta remember that.
Just over 4 weeks.
So, well, not even that. Remember?
Wait till they call me and Clay up, man.
Hey, yeah, Patel's been. He's been held up for a while. He just got sworn in last week. So
just call him Kosh, Clay. It's Kosh.
Gosh.
Gosh, my gosh.
But give them some time. I'm pretty sure they're going to start rolling this stuff back. I know 30 senators just sent a letter asking for that exact thing. You got Pam Bondi and the Attorney General's office. They're going to roll back these things because all they were was regulations.
Hottest Attorney General ever.
And they can be rolled back. I like what Shiloh said here. He goes, needling people is what we do. You know what? I do believe that's probably qualifies for both you and me.
I mean, you got to do that shit, man.
I don't necessarily call it
you guys probably do it more than me, but I'm just saying, I mean.
Here's what I look at it as. If I got a rep or I got a senator, whether it's at the state level or the federal level or a county commission or a school board member that's part of the board, and they don't want to listen to me or take my call or even acknowledge what we're saying, then they need to be eliminated. That is their job, plain and simple. It is their job to listen to the constituency and not ignore it.
I mean, I can disagree with them, but when you do, to take a thing from Rick Becker, when you do some unconstitutional shit, I'm encapsulating it. You got to go, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, your main job isn't to freaking do what the people say. Your main fucking job is to follow the Constitution and not pass any laws or support any laws that violate the Constitution. Other than that shit, you can freaking discuss it. But if you do that, you shouldn't even be in there. Absolutely. All right, get a bunch of comments here, Clay. You want to hit those? We're back.
Eric says that was me, and they are engraving my gun stock. Good to hear, Eric.
Awesome.
You support one of our supporters, and we do appreciate them each and every day.
My wife actually went on there and looked. She's thinking about doing something.
Good
so
deal.
Hopefully,
I've had them do some stuff for me as well. So just personally, Josie says corporate cronyism doesn't help grow business. Cutting red tape is the best thing. Cutting red tape and cutting taxes is the best thing that you can do to stimulate an economy. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Less taxes, less red tape. It works every time it's tried, and we need to keep doing it. There's absolutely. 18 wheels and a dozen 6-shooters.
What's
Hell
up, our
yeah.
East Coast brother?
Just got here. Hope it's all as well. Thank you, buddy. We love having you.
We were fired up, man. You missed the first half. When Clay and I were snorting, and it was feeling good.
Zach Meyer, he said, yeah, let's remove more laws instead, like legal
Hey.
SDRs and suppressors. And
There's a
I can
couple
tell you-
bills in there right now, Zach. So
Yep, there. And right now, last I heard, it looks like the House, we have the votes to pass the suppressor bill. We'll see.
yeah,
We're a long ways from it, but it's looking
Yeah.
better than it probably ever has been. Wendy O'Neill, until property taxation is abolished, we are renters and the government is our landlord. Absolutely.
yep,
Absolutely.
100%.
Corey thought the
100%.
Florida property tax bill passed. It could have, Corey. I've been a little preoccupied, so I haven't been following as much stuff as I do. I don't have the time. Right now is a busy time for me.
I'm laughing at a comment. You'll get to it.
You mean this one? JD,
Yeah.
what are you drinking?
Nah, John, right here, buddy.
Fireball.
With the official Todd Mitchell second. Man, I tried this before, but it's the Second Amendment's
Yep,
on the mug
yep.
here. Todd got it. So, anyways,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit Todd
Yeah.
up when I'm up there on Monday. So
yeah, there you go. Hey, Pam is a smoke show. So is Christy Noam. Oh, 100%. Hey,
I mean, let's put it this way: the cabinet, the females that are involved with the Trump administration, they're not ugly.
all right, I'm going to do a poll before next week, Clay. I'm going to do a poll before next week.
Okay.
Christy Noam, beautiful woman. Christy, you don't need to get them injections in your lips. It makes you look worse. Don't do those. I'm going to go injections, no injections. Christy Noam, we're going to do a poll.
No injections.
No
I
injections.
vote already.
Got a Texas Fireball. You doing okay? Dude, I'm doing fucking great, man.
Wendy O'Neill says Cash, as the ATF director, is encouraging, hoping the goal is to shut that criminal cabal down. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so Clay and I talked about this earlier today. It's not getting shut down. It takes an act of Congress to shut the ATF down. It's not happening. I think Kash Patel himself said it at a pro-gun thing, and he said not getting shut down. Take an act of Congress, not going to happen. He said he knows a bunch of Republicans don't even vote for it. So he said, we're just got to flip it to be what it should be. Not against gun companies and FFLs and gun dealers and gun manufacturers and people who are second hand. It should be for them and to get the actual criminals out who do shit wrong. So ATF's not going anywhere. Sorry.
They're not going to go anywhere, but we can definitely reform it or gut it. And I think that's what they're doing. We're seeing it in the Department of Education. Remember, we can't get rid of that either. Carter brought us the Department of Education. It was passed with Congress. The only way to get rid of it is with a bill to go through Congress and abolish the Department of Education. That's how that works with any cabinet seat. As far as the ATF, another thing, it's got to have a congressional bill.
Right, because you said, right, Jimmy Carter made the Department of Education. That wasn't
it was not a cabinet seat until Carter came. And that worked out well, didn't it?
So
Dougie says that they are all biological females. That's right. And
hey, and not only that, proud of it, which they should be. That should be.
18 wheels and a dozen 6-shooters. He says no injections. I agree.
Yeah.
Corey,
so we got
no
this one here. This was somehow got taken out of the bill.
Oh, what's that?
This one right here. No taxes. Or the tips. I think that's going to be a separate thing. Because I seen a bunch of Democrats. See, I told you he hoodwinked you guys. You're a bunch of freaking idiots. He's not going to take taxes off over time. And
yes, he will if he gets a bill that says so. You got to remember, this is your House of Representatives. This is where this is probably going to have to originate from, probably. And in your Senate, don't matter. You need to let both your senators and your reps know where you stand on this. And unless you say something, they're going to do whatever the hell they want, and that's what they've been doing. Eric Newman, he says, "You like watching her boobs bouncing riding horse, Christy Noam." That is it, or that is.
I am a man. I mean, God made me attracted to that. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, the only good thing Jimmy Carter gave us was the Reagan administration. Nice. I love that, Shiloh.
I like that, Shiloh. That's a damn T-shirt right there.
That should be on a T-shirt. Maybe that's a new T-shirt.
The best thing Joe Biden gave us was a Trump 47 term.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I already showed that. So anyway, When it comes to North Dakota's legislature, we got some issues going on. I do not think we are near as pro-gun as South Dakota or Wyoming. Wyoming is hard to beat. We got a lot of things to do. We absolutely do. 18 wheels and a dozen six. Poll is Kid Rock banging the Colorado Smoke Show.
If you don't know who that is, it's Lauren Boebert is what the.
Oh my God! Yeah, she's single, I guess.
I mean, can't blame him.
Zach, it's better than that she was with. Know him as a smoke show. You guys. You know, I got to tell you, I did meet Christy when she was in the legislature. I even worked with her a little bit on some bills, and she was great to work with. I can tell you this, and how many times have I had to, whether you like her or not, whether she's made every right decision or not, when it comes to 2A, she's always been on our side from day one. From day one, I've worked with her on a ton of legislation in the state of South Dakota. She's always been with us on the Second Amendment. She proved it in the House of Representatives. She definitely proved it as the governor of South Dakota. Unlike Rhino Rounds, Mr. Mike Rounds, who's a freaking sellout and always has been. That guy, you never know which way he's going to go.
There you go. David's got one up here right now, baby. Right here. 100%. A real test of beauty would be the ladies cruising a Kawasaki mule. Absolutely. Keith Warren's daughter actually drives a Kawasaki mule.
There you go. Yes, she does, doesn't she? That's right. Yeah. So as far as getting to these bills, guys, I'm going to get a link up there so you can go take a look at them for yourselves. Now they're going to go to the Senate. So if you know your senator, mine is Don Scheibele. He's in District 31. If you know your senator in your district, please contact them and remind them, especially if they're A-rated, that they have an A rating from NRA, ILA, and they should abide by that. I can tell you right now, I did have a discussion today with the ILA people out in Virginia. Things are changing out there. I think we're going to see some. They're not going to see it this year out here, but maybe in the next legislative session, you might see possibly a couple new faces wander around the Capitol. Make it worth their time. I'll just put it that way.
Awesome. All right, Clayton.
Let's
get into some gun shit.
Mine is Magram, Warrior for the People. Love Jeff.
Yeah, you don't got nothing to worry about with Jeff.
And I don't worry about Ben Koppelman. I don't worry about Magram. Them guys are rock stars. And I can't even that's all I need to say. And I got to get a hold of Jeff because I want to know exactly what's going on these bills as they move into the Senate, and he'll tell me. So don't be surprised, Jamie. If we got hearings coming up, which we know one, I'm planning to be up there Wednesday. So who knows? We might have. Oh, no, wait. By the way, look at the bottom. This is our last show on Wednesday. We move to Thursday nights, same time, same place, just on Thursday nights starting next week, all through Lent services, through Lenten season, just so you guys know that. All right, Brian, what do you say?
Has any man ever said, quote, she'd really be hot if her eyelashes cast a shadow and her lips look like tractor inner tubes? Just saying.
Never. Never. Wow. Think about this. Women, they wear that shit for other women. I don't know about you, James. I don't like makeup. I mean, maybe a little. I don't give a shit about that.
I mean, if you see a gal with too much makeup, it's unattractive, honestly.
Unattractive. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, all right, we're going to put a wrap on this. I'm going to follow up on some of these bills on Friday, but why don't we do our big commercial? We're about 10 to the top of the hour. Then we'll come back and maybe get into our gun stuff.
Yeah, all right. Clay's gonna hit us with what kind of wood do you use for gun stocks? That's what we got when we come back.
Well, we're not gonna do yours first.
Nope.
All right.
Well, you want to? Maybe we'll surprise you.
All right. We'll be we'll be back with big wood right after this break.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Make no mistake, Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul's, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense.
Oh, that's what happened.
Oh, he cut her short. Well.
Oh, well. Now I better go. Never mind.
What the hell?
I don't know what the heck happened there. No one that did not get played. So here we go.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where...
All right, there we go. And thanks to Horton Lasercraft, like I said, they're the ones that got their first business from right here in Guns and 701.
Love it, Clay. All right, so Clay, before you get to yours,
yes, yep,
two quick things. Christy Nomaxi on her Facebook page out doing night coyote hunts with custom-made rifles from rifle maker in South Dakota, smoking yotes, shooting pheasants. Oh, she shot her dog. Settle down about that. I'm not getting into that. Clay already covered that. And if you think I'm getting wild because I'm drinking too much, I'm not. This is just and throwing the F-bombs out. If you've been on the show for a while or you're new to the show, I told Clay about a month ago, I'm tired of not, I'm an F-bomb throwing guy. I throw it a lot more in private. They're going to come out on here like Brian Warner said, our fellow MBE. That's an exclamation point for shit. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
Shiloh says, hey, thanks for firing me up tonight, gentlemen. Keep up the great work. North Dakota is lucky to have patriots like you fighting the good fight. God bless you guys. Thanks, Shiloh. If you're
Back
signing
at
off,
you, Shiloh. Thank you.
You know, we should have Shiloh on again. We haven't had him on
Absolutely.
for a while, so
Absolutely.
I should get him in here. Shiloh's also a patriot, though. Way
Big
over
time.
there,
Big time.
you know, on the well, I think he's on the west side of Watford City. So yeah, we'd love to have him back on. We haven't had him on for a while.
I think Shiloh keeps the oil coming out of the ground so we can pretty much keep the world going around too, doesn't he?
Drill, baby, drill, right?
Yeah.
All
Love
right.
it.
So yeah, I found this because, like I said, I got asked about this. What was great for engraving? You can probably figure out who that come from now. I was like, I don't know. So I did some looking and I found out the types of wood for gun stocks and a definitive guide. Basically, what they say is, use of wood gun stock dates back hundreds of years. First recorded use of wood in firearms was back in the 14th century. That time, firearms were relatively simple. We all know, yeah, they're kind of a smooth barrel, and they had an ignition and went boom, right? I mean, they were just like a little mini cannon in your hand.
If you weren't good at using your sword, man, that was the next best option, right? Cool.
Right. And what I found when I was kind of looking into this particular article, and I started going through there, it said that the use of wood in gun stock making basically became a choice at the time because at that time it helped reduce recoil, better handling, and had durability. I can see where that, and then of course the aesthetic look. Some of the most beautiful stocks I think I've ever seen come out of the past 150, 200 years. When you look at some of them guns, the engraving on them is just.
I mean, it's hard to believe they could have done that shit back then, right?
Yeah,
with the tools they had. I mean, not like people were less intelligent then. They just did their tools. I mean, they were.
I think if you look at that time period, even 150 years ago, very much a slower paced world. They didn't have
like Jamaica, man.
Yeah,
like Leon. What'd Leon say there on BMT?
BMT, that's what he calls it. And if you don't know what that is, give Leon a jingle. He'll tell you. Anyway, so there's a lot of woods they use. I'm sure you guys probably have all seen, probably have walnut stocks. I've got several. I got nice ones. I got regular ones. So, walnut's a very popular choice for gun stock because it's an attractive grain pattern. And it is. I mean, I've got one right there, and that's my Beretta. And I'm telling you, that thing there has some very nice wood grain to it. It really does.
So what wood is it, Clay? That's like the, whatever, the dark brown, and it's got like the black lines going through it. I think Remingtons have probably had some of the best looking wood stocks I've ever seen, actually. I don't know what wood.
There's different types of walnut. There's the plain and straight grain. That's a wood that has a simple, uniform grain pattern with minimal color. Okay. Then you've got the select. And that's, you look at some of the higher end guns, they go with this, and that's got a moderate amount of figure and color variation. Fancy. It's a wood with a moderate to high amount of figure and color. Extra fancy.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Wood with a very high degree of figure. And then exhibitor grade. That's the one that's very, very high quality. It's suitable for use in woodworking competitions. So when you see walnut and it has some of them beautiful things in there, Kelsey just said it. Yeah. It's the walnut because that really high grade walnut, and it's no.
Yeah, him and 18 Wheels both said, "Well, okay, gotcha."
I mean, I seek that out. You know me. I know you love your ARs, and I like ARs too. But I'm telling you right now, I love a good wood pattern. I love the look and the feel.
Actually, I'm becoming a FUD, but I don't know.
Long rifles, Gene says, were very time consuming. Hawken made the half stock sporters of the day. Jeremiah Johnson made them famous. If you haven't seen that movie, go see that movie. Even though we won't talk about who stars in it. Zach says the old Wingmaster stocks were nice. They are. They're okay. Absolutely. Zach, he said, they did. They said that the wood would absorb some recoil. And I suppose there's something to that. Wood can, depending on.
I mean, it ain't like a synthetic stock. I mean, that's not going to absorb shit, really. That's going to reflect shit more than wood will absorb.
I was just going to say this. David just pointed it out, and I was just going to say wood is great for absorbing harmonics and some recoil. That said, wood finished poorly can be an awful shooter and experience. And that's true, too. That's very true, too. Nothing like wood,
agree.
Brother.
My wife would agree, Kelsey.
So would Kelsey's, right? Anyway. The next one on this list, and I do like this. I've seen some. My favorite, well, I'll tell you, maple. Maple is another popular choice that's used for gun stocks due to strength and stability. That's very true. It's also known for its beautiful grain patterns, which can be enhanced with variety of finishes. So don't forget about, there's also bird's eye maple. I don't know if you've ever seen those. I've seen a ton of maple stocks. You know, they're a little bit lighter in color.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that like that lighter color, like almost like buckskin?
Yeah, and depending on...
I like those.
Depending on the grain, you know, sometimes the grains they'll build it out of the wood so the grain's going this way, but they'll build it this way too. And it kind of looks like zebra pattern. I've seen those, but bird's eye maple, which if you've ever seen a floor covered in that, is beautiful. Well, put it in a gun stock. Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of wood stocks. Birch, I don't have any birch that I know of. They say it's a strong and durable wood, often most used for gun stocks due to its resistance to moisture. You know how we use cedar, right? We use cedar because it's moisture resistant in boxes and closets and things like that.
Wow, I mean, look at the old fence posts. I mean, even up at our family's ranch, the homesteaders. I mean, there's tons of cedar posts up there. Yeah,
still got some in my fences here because they're still solid. It's resistant also to the changes in temperature and relatively to work with.
Cedar is?
Well. Yep. No, birch.
Okay. Oh, birch. Okay.
Beechwood. I don't have any beechwood stocks.
I used to chew that. Oh, that's beech nut.
Beech nut. It's strong and dense. It's often used for gun stocks due to its good shock absorbing properties and relatively easy to work with and finish with. Now, cherrywood. I've had a cherrywood stock before. I liked it, but I took it off because I didn't want to damage it. It was so pretty. So it's still here. I got to, you know what I replaced it with? Synthetic, because I wanted to shoot the gun. Cherry is a softer wood, which I knew that. It's often used for decadent gun stocks due to the attractive green band. That's why I took it off, because anything, a little bump or something, it would, you know,
scratch shit. Yeah.
Of course, it has a very cool grain pattern. It's cherry wood, for criminy sakes. It's not as strong as some of the other woods listed here, but it's a good choice for lighter fire. And of course, the laminate wood. I've got some laminate stocks. I don't know if you do, but I do like my laminates. They're made from layers of wood, of course, veneers. They're bounded together with adhesive, glue. Often made a combination of different woods, which each layer then is chosen for its properties and characteristics, its color, grain. I mean, just name your deal.
Oh, for its color, huh?
Yeah, freaking racist gun makers.
DI shit, DI stuff. I got one wood stock, Clay. It's right in the closet. It's on Savage 340B Triple Deuce. First gun I ever shot a deer with. That's the only gun I have with a wood stock.
I will tell you this, that after digging into this,
I'm not anti-wood stock. I'm just saying that's...
Yeah, no, it's... I learned one thing about this looking farther into it. It makes sense. So you remember Gun Alley, right? Connecticut, essentially.
Yeah.
Every gun maker was out there. And in
unbelievable, but yeah.
Yeah. And looking at the history of the gun makers, so what kind of woods surround that area? Well, you have maple, you have walnut, you have oak, you have a cherry. I mean, cherry wood's prevalent all over the eastern side of the
good smoking wood too.
Yeah, good smoking wood, absolutely. So when you think about that, that would make sense, and that did make sense. There was an abundance of it. It was easy to get. It was easy to transport and get to its final destination to make a gun stock. So it would make sense that so many of those stocks were made of those woods. Not that, they were good. Walnut's good. Any kind of hardwood is good.
What kind of wood do you think stock cottonwood would make?
Probably shitty.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go on.
We could try it.
Because cottonwood's so damn prevalent around here.
It is.
Ash might be all right.
And then, of course, you got the price points. And Dan just mentioned that, too. He goes, birch was used in a lower price point gun, like the Savage Remington 788. Yes, it was. I actually have a 788. I don't think it's birch, but yeah, I'm about positive that had a lot to do with it.
I want to get this comment, Clay, before we forget about it here, because it's just weird, really, but he's right. Gene says, speaking of being a bit older, I remember when a synthetic stock cost more than wood. Not sure, but I think wood costs more now. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
way more now.
Way more. Yeah, I can remember them days, too. I'm not that old, but I guess I do remember that. You had to pay extra, and there's different kinds of wood. Like, my 270 has a cheaper grade of wood, but it's finished nice, and I love it. And at that point in my life, when I bought that gun, that's what I could afford. So I don't have the fancy, upgraded, walnut stock on it. don't, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, Ruger
Yeah.
1022s, they don't have fancy stocks for the most part unless you put them on. Remember the old wood ones? That was probably the cheapest wood you could get that was durable. Zach,
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I wouldn't use cottonwood. He says on a caveman.
Yeah, on a caveman,
Yeah.
he's laughing because of cotton. I mean, you might be able to use cottonwood for a freaking bow and arrow. So
Yeah, there you go. Dave says my kids is 22 is pine stock. It's terrible, way too soft, and I'm always adjusting the action. Yeah, it's just that pine's not a good choice either. There's a ton of pines around here, but you guys are old school. David says, get the aluminum chassis and fiberglass. There you go. So Zach says that we need sensitivity training. Well, we're abiding by the new executive orders. We threw out all DEI training right here and ESG at Guns in the 701.
If anybody saw the promo video today, you noticed there was no DEI in there. So
that's right. That's right.
I got a few thumbs up from some guys on. In fact, one guy said he's really happy to the new addition to the team. She seems really knowledgeable.
Yeah, good, cool. Corey says, I buy guns for functionality, not looks. And I got a lot of them too. I got my.
I mean, honestly, I do both, Clay. I mean, when I first bought an AR-15, you know why I bought it? Because it looked fucking badass, and they still do to this day. I love a lot of people. That's an ugly son. I think ARs look freaking great, man. I think ARs look awesome. A lot of people don't. I think ARs look.
And to me, they're Tinker toys for men, and that's a good thing. So
yeah. Absolutely.
Josh's buddy of mine has a Model 70 with cherrywood stock, and it's a nice looking rifle. It is. Cherrywood stocks look great. They do. But they're going to take them out and use them a lot. And they're going to get beat up.
I keep wanting to play like Warrant when I see people say cherrywood. Cherry pie.
I'd go get a clip, but then we get clipped on YouTube for copyright infringement.
Yeah. 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 Corey's got the Diamondback AR. And, Axe actually sent me a pic here, Clay. Sponsor of the show here, Dougie. Yeah. He's got a Kalashnikov, an AK.
Just email it to me. I'll put it up here.
He's got it all wooded out, woodied. We're gonna do a range test on that baby.
I'm telling you what, wood furniture on ARs and AKs, I like them. I know that you're not the biggest fan of them, but we've used them in the banquets, and they worked really good.
I mean, I definitely put out that I hate AKs worse than I just don't like it when people try to compare them with. Or Buck Cherry. I got a text. Buck Cherry, play that one. Yeah, but they're not ARs, man. That's the way it is.
Gene says, I think my 1022 from the 80s is birch, and you know what? Mine could be that too, though. The older one I got, Gene. I think you're right. I think they did use birch. Corey says, love my Diamondback. Weatherby's top of the line rifles are functional art. That is a nice one. I like that, David. Functional art. Corey says, but I use the crap out of them, and he does. Corey does. Zach says that I buy guns because I think they look cool. And why not buy some cool guns and make them look cooler? Hey.
Exactly. There's nothing in the Second Amendment that says the right of the people to keep and bear something that looks like a straight stick with a super long barrel and can be intimidating to people, which we're going to talk about coming up
right now.
On the topic here shortly.
And 18 wheels and a dozen 6-shooters says, I always loved wood and blue steel, but I got my first.
Oh, man. Yeah. He said he's got the Cerakote barrel. And that Cerakote is so, I mean, all the coatings. Kelly says Commie gun. Yeah, we're in agreement on that. Kelly, I mean, it is a Commie gun, realistically.
Did you email that to me?
I did. I emailed and texted it to you, Clayton. Okay. So,
I'll wait for
yeah, all right, so I love all the comments with you guys.
Me too.
We got a great show going here, and I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Kelsey says, "Don't post that damn AK." And Corey's talking about our buddy Larry. He says he's got some nice AKs. He does. A good friend of mine that known him since high school, and we're actually going to get together this summer. I might have to invite you down that weekend. It's the second weekend in July, Jamie.
July's a tough month for me, man. I'm usually on vacation, and I hate leaving anywhere in July because we're on the river, and that's the best freaking river day of the month.
Down here to the lake.
Yeah. If I pulled that thing out and moved it from my wife off the river, she would. I
always loved wood and steel, but I got my first Cerakote barrel, and man.
Yeah, I read that.
Yep.
what was I just looking at here?
We talking binaries tonight, or did I miss that? We touched on it, Kelsey. We did.
Clay's going to get on that Friday on Mitchell in the morning. Dave said something there about, what the hell was he saying about Weatherby's? Oh, right here. He says Weatherby's top of the line rifles are functional. Weatherby does make some nice. I mean, Weatherby used to just have like plain Jane, but they make some freaking badass shit right now, actually. And since they moved to Wyoming and got the hell out of California.
Yep. I got to meet that guy, the owners, because they were part of our stuff out there with NRA, and they were decent guys. They really were. So
Dougie says black walnut on the AR 7.62 by 3.9. Oh, he even threw the AR in there. He's really mixed it up. That's like Ted Nugent said, a freaking mongrel. Gene Cox says bought a little 38 from Angry Man. Has a nice rosewood grip. That Armor Score 38. Colt Detective copy, but rosewood looks nice. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Honest to God, I like wood grip revolvers with stainless steel. I've always thought those look freaking badass.
David says you guys are making it hard for me to focus on my test.
Don't mess up the reloading you're doing, man.
Yeah, no shit.
Zach says, we'll have to do a range deal with my AKs and AKs. I have 4 or 5. Absolutely. I'll run the video, and Zach and Axel, you and Ax can do the shoot, and I'll run the video and the incompetent commentary like I usually do, and it'll be great. We're going out to 200 though, which we're going to talk about here. People don't think AKs they don't hunt. I'm going to disagree with that, but we will hit on that, Clayton. So
good deal. All
right, Clay, you got any more else? Go for it, buddy.
That's the one that he sent you, right? That's
nice. There it is, right there. Yeah, that's it. That AK. It is like an AKAR. That's right. You got it. I stand corrected. Axe, you are an oak. Yeah, he's got the Zhukov stock on there. Is that the Zhukov? Wood grip. The 4 in there. He's got them screwed on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why? I got a text her. He said Diamond Willow would be tough to do for a stock. Yeah, it would. It would look pretty cool if you could figure that shit out, really.
Oh, hey, I got to put this up here.
Yeah, go for it.
David says, I just finished the GAT701 sponsored test load for the F-class rifle, just like Clay and JD. I start at max and go another 6 grains for good measure. Love it.
So speaking of that, Clay, I talked about the Shell Shock ammo last week. Got it in the mail.
Oh.
I'm going to the ranch Saturday. I will be testing that. Groups, chronograph, 2 different rifles, and probably out to 400 or 500 yards for groups on the gong too. So we're going to see. They're just FMJs, but if they do go faster, I will be ordering some hollow points as well for. Awesome. I'm going to go 20-inch barrel bolt and a 16-inch barrel AR-15. So
and we need, I know we're going to be visiting with Jacob at Bloodline Kinetics. We might be working on another little project possibly. So stay tuned for that. We'll tell you how that comes out. So
awesome. So you want to hit another short ad here, and we'll come back.
Well, I'm going to show you one more picture. David
yes,
sent
sir.
us that. Look at there, Guns and 701, the new orange cap, and doing his loads. So
tingle went down my leg, man, right there.
Tingle right up the leg, just like old MSNBC.
Kelsey's talking about building a AK or a 308 or a 6.5. He was asking me and Axe. We kind of did a joking video back to him. Kelsey, either one you want. 8, right. In my opinion, 6.5 is going to be easier to get accurate, but a 308 you can't go wrong, and then the 308's everywhere, man. So do whatever tickles your fancy.
Let's go take a quick break, and I'm going to actually use the one that didn't play completely, so everyone will get a little extra here. So here's our all 5 here.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
no mistake.
LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, you've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul's, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where memories are engraved.
I like that new ending on there.
Love it. Hey, Clay, real quick. Paid off. I shared on one of the Facebook groups here. Yeah, Tim here in the USA Carry community. He jumped on watching. Appreciate you, Tim.
Yeah, appreciate
you,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely. So I got to show you something before we go here.
I do like that. I do like that new intro. That's badass.
Yeah, I had to mess around with it.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I was messing around one day, and yeah, it kind of worked out pretty good, I thought. So, all right, I got to find it now here. I thought I had this uploaded. There it is. Coming up this Friday, Trampus Brenner Angus. They got their annual production sale February 28th, which is, like I said, this Friday, 2025, 2 p.m. Central Time at Kist Livestock. They got 67 yearling bulls they're offering up. They got 14 really good red Angus, and then they got those black ones, 53 of them. But anyway, they got some great Angus bulls coming on that. I'm going to be there. I'm actually going to be trying to get a hold of one of them yearling red Angus for my heifers. So again, Friday, 28th at 2 p.m. Central Time. Kiss Livestock over there in Mandan, North Dakota.
Perfect.
And
I wanted to get this up. Josie posted this a while back. Any District 8 people here, he says, get to our reorganized meeting on April 5th. I'm running for chair and need your vote. Visitors welcome. And I guarantee you, you're not going to get a better chair than Josie Milbrandt right there. That's your man. I guarantee you, Josie's a freaking awesome dude. Josie is a patriot. He is a conservative. I met Josie several years ago. Guys, if you are in District 8, like Jamie said, get out there. Bring your friend, bring your neighbor, bring your wife, make sure she votes correctly, bring your 18-year-old kids, bring everybody you can, because this is a fight, and it always is in these district reorgs. We just watched District 31 fall to the cabal, and you can play the blame game everywhere and anywhere, but we need to take it back, and hopefully in 2 years we will do that. We'll do it. We're getting blasted here in the comments. You really need to upgrade your sponsors. Kelsey says, love that Southern Belle and Little Angry Man's ad, exclamation point. Corey says, met Little Angry Man at the gun show this weekend. Great guy. Dougie says, 75 round drum. I can do some spraying. You spray, I'll pray. He thought it was a bottle bucks ad for a second there. Kelsey, WTF, man. Oh, man. Kelsey says, 100% support Josie. Actually, and Zach says, AKs are accurate up to 250 if you know how to shoot and build a gun. I mean, accuracy is a relative term. I mean, just like ethical hunting, which we're going to discuss in this. All right, Clay. I'll tell you right now, though, one more plug for Josie. Absolutely. We absolutely endorse him as chairman for District 8. And I would say talk to Josie. He's willing to talk to anybody. He will also, imagine there's a slate of everybody that's running, and you're going to want to put that pro grassroots conservative slate in there, because a chairman can't get anything done, just as we've seen with Trump as president, unless you got good people right there with him. Very limited if you don't get your own. And guess what? Josie's one of the guys keeping the lights on for us, the coal mines, man. And remember this, every single district in North Dakota, which I think is bunked, but you can't do nothing till we can change the legislation on this. The rep and the the two reps and the senator each get a spot on that executive board, no matter what. And some districts, like in District 31, they wrote it into their bylaws that any former legislator can take one of them seats at any time they want, which is bullshit. So keep that in mind. You got to go in there and put your swampy shit, man. Big time. If you know what swampy shit is, Clay just defined part of what being a swampy fucker is. It's the Perry Schaefer crap. And Perry's back. I'm telling you right now, Perry did not go away. He's got a foothold in District 31 again. He's back on the board. They held it in Mott because Don Scheibel's a swamp creature, and they ran the slate with it, just telling everybody District 31 went down in flames to the establishment cabal. It's a tug of war, man. It goes back and forth. So grab a rope and start pulling. Zach says AKs are accurate out to 250 if you know how to build. Okay, I got that. And Kelsey says, I'm calling bullshit on that 250, brother. Like I said, accuracy as in like what? Like you can hit a 5-gallon jug, or you can hit a gallon jug, or you can hit a can of Coors Light. Yeah, so he said, we need the energy industry so I can build or fix more power plants. That way I can buy more guns. Absolutely. Zach Meyer, he's an AK guy, but he's 100% pro-American. Good guy. He's out there. He's fixing power plants for us, keeping shit going. Love it. Anybody in the energy industry, man, it's... All right. Well, tell us about these unethical guns. Ooh, let's hit it here, Clay. So I got this from homeideas.com from one of our sponsors here, actually. Mentioned this to me. I said, send me that shit. We're talking about this. I was pissed off. Man, you're really mad all the time, JD. No, third of the time, maybe. We're not mad. We're passionate. It's called passion. Yeah. So he sent it to me, and I'll admit right at the bottom of the story, they said, wrote with the help of AI, so it comes off of homeideas.com, 10 popular hunting rifles that might be controversial. that some people think should not be in the field or in the woods.
Controversy.
And they got a check mark for good and an X for bad. And we're going to go over all of them. I don't know if Clay and I are going to get to our, after we do this, if we're going to get to our
happy ending Chronicles.
Our mag dump. We will 100% get to the happy ending.
Right.
Mag dumps, I don't know, but
we might be skipping them, but
because we're definitely going to solicit more comments when I go through these guns from people.
Yeah, hit it, man. Hit us with it.
All right, number one here. All right.
One of my favorite guns, by the way.
Right, Barrett M82 50 BMG. Check mark, thumbs up. Here they go. Originally a military grade sniper rifle. Some hunters use it for big game. Yes, we know one. In fact, the sponsor of the show did. Thumbs down on it, Clay. Overkill for most hunting applications can destroy meat and is banned in some areas. Didn't destroy any meat on doggies, right? Or
No.
Or who's our guy down in Texas there?
And even though they give it a check mark for, originally a military grade sniper rifle, I believe I know another military grade sniper rifle.
You got a bolt action? That was a
Bolt
military grade
action,
sniper rifle.
Springfield, Enfields, 30.
Basically, any freaking, any gun that was probably in the military, a civilian, if not, not all of them, but most of them were invented by a civilian. The military adopted it.
But yeah, the overkill thing, Keith Warren and our very own Doug Axe, LAUER Auto Repair, proved that completely wrong.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Barrett M82. It's a Barrett, but it's a single shot, and we actually do have a sweet-ass video, him and Clay and I, a couple years ago.
And this was the M82, and I had one of these. It was a fun gun.
It doesn't blow it up, man. It's not. Clay, I've seen far worse damage to meat done by a 30-aught, not the 30-aught 60. Yeah, weapon of war cartridge, weapon of war rifle.
Absolutely. So I'm telling you right now, the M82, is it overkill? I guess. To me, overkill.
Bullet size, maybe.
But it's expensive to shoot it, I guess, if you want to, and you can.
So put it this way, though, Clay. Dougie said he shot her in the neck. It was 250 or whatever it was. Didn't even twitch. Lights out. That's a humane kill.
Absolutely. And they like that word. Remember, this was written with AI, so you're going to see terms like military grade, ethical kill.
That's not appropriate. That was a little Dowitch there from Enemy Mine.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was actually. Hey, now Dennis Quaid's on our team, man.
Lewis Gossip Jr. did a great job in that. So
he did. That was a real good show. All right, number 2. Here we go, Clayton. AR-15 223-556. Thumbs up. Lightweight and customizable. All right, AI, you got that right. Thumbs down. Questionable for hunting medium to large game due to limited stopping power.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with that up to about 210 yards. But Clayton, guess what? Most people will tell you what range are deer killed up to and within 200 yards, right?
Yeah, most of them, and I can tell you, I can attest to mine are sometimes a lot of times shorter than that.
Right, and I'm saying if you use a freaking FMJ, I don't care if you use a 30-06 with a full metal jacket. Don't use a full metal jacket for hunting. That's
no shit.
The 50 you can, because that's a 50. It's a half an inch freaking around. It's gonna punch. But for 223, use a soft point or all copper or a suitable hunting bullet. Guaranteed at 200 yards. As with anything, you can do a good shot. It's over with for him, man. Nah, Zach, we did the 300 blackout last week. Actually, I went just by the ballistics on paper. I actually sent Kelsey a video from Grand Thumb, who did a gel test, 300 blackout, multiple ammo weights, and a 5.56, multiple 77 grain to 55 grain. Stick with your 5.56. Go at Grand Thumb. Go look it up. Grand Thumb said, and you can see your own self on the test. 223. I'm not saying it kicked its ass, but it definitely beat it. 300 blackout's awesome. I'm not saying don't get one, but if you think it's better than a 5.56 or 223, you're wrong.
Yeah. So
you're wrong.
Well, the next gun here we go.
AK 4.7. Thumbs up, reliable and rugged. Not any more reliable than frickin' anything else. I hate that. I hate that about AKs. Used for wild hogs or deer. Okay. I'm not going to disagree with that. Thumbs down. Some see it as unsporting and accuracy is lacking for ethical kills at long range. Okay. Long range, Clayton. Again, with this Axe and I did it. I'm 200 yards. If you can drop it in the pie plate, man, you're going to kill something. I would say an AK with a soft point at 200 yards, no problem killing hogs or deer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. Long range, again, is one of them. What's long range to some? You know, you go out to Minnesota, long range is probably 200 yards.
No.
You get long range out here, it's 800. You know, and yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, 400 yards, no. And I'm a freaking AR-223 pimp. There's no way I would do that at a varmint or a predator at 400. 100% I would. Deer, no way. Or a hog, no. Even with the right bullet, 250 is probably my maximum range, and I'm pushing it there. 220. All right.
Well, yeah, and then I look at this too, and when they talk about unsporting, what the hell's unsporting about it?
Yeah, what's unsporting? Well, because it looks like it's a weapon of war. Again, the musket was a freaking weapon of war, Clayton, right?
Yeah, and they got their own special muzzleloader season here in North Dakota.
Yeah, fuddle loader actually is what I call it. Fuddle loader season. We're gonna do a range test, a range challenge with the fuddle loaders.
Zach says that AKs will jam. It's a mechanical device.
Anything will. Freaking! I had an AK. They jammed.
I have an AK. I can honestly tell you, I don't have a lot of jamming problems. It's right there. I don't have a lot of trouble with it, but mine's an American-made one. So.
Okay, so David says NRA competition defines long range beyond 600 yards.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
That's the definition. There you go.
All right.
That's competition definition, no doubt about it.
I would say that most people, if you tell them 400, are going to freaking knock their socks off. If you tell me you hit a beer can at 400, they'll be like, holy shit, that long.
I can tell you this, Jamie. You've been on my range. That far target's 325. Your daughter hit it. I know a lot of grown men that have tried to hit that. Hit that.
Yeah.
And then I got one out at 500, which I'm finally, I've done a little shooting since we did the shoot-offs. I'm back. I can hit that pretty reliable now.
To me personally, Clay, 500 yards plus would be long range.
CP is a commie.
Who'd have thunk it?
No commies here. No commies here.
All right, Clay, you got to get that pimp gun all you got from Bloodline and do a range test for him. Show him what's up. I'm going to have to now. Yeah, I'm going to have to get it out there. But all right, Clay, let's go. Moving on here. Rem 700. What do you mean? Hold on. 338 Lapua mag. That was both extremely powerful. Thumbs up. He's got here extremely, or she, AI, whatever it is. Extremely powerful and long range capable. 100% can't agree with that. Thumbs down. Overpowered for most North American game and excessive recoil. First of all, why is it overpowered?
I don't know.
Right?
I mean, I like the 338 Lapua. As you know, I have one. I like it. I like shooting it. Is it expensive? I reload, so it ain't too bad, but I don't see where it's overpowered. I mean, what's overpowered?
No, it's not overpowered. We just said Dougie hit his deer with the 50 cal.
Right.
And I will say this, Clay, you do it out with a saw point, it will do more damage than a 50 cal with like the 660 grain FM. But it's not over freaking powered.
No.
And excessive recoil, well, if you got a can on it, Axe has his 338. We've shot it. We've done multiple videos with it. We got to do a full range. I mean, I got a bad shoulder, man. I have multiple. No, it didn't hurt my shoulder. I think it was a kitten. It was a Savage 110 BA with a 338 can on there. I wouldn't be afraid to let my daughter shoot that. And she's 13.
I know, like Corey's got himself, I think, a can that goes on his 338. Yeah, factory, you're right. $5 a round on a 338. But if you're reloading and you figure out how many times you can get out, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I like Corey. Corey is right. Clay bounced a 350 Legend to his 325-yard target. That's true. I did bounce it up there, didn't I? But I hit. I'll tell you that story later.
All right. So speaking of Corey, next up, Ruger 1022, Clayton. And some people question this is a grade 4, thumbs up, small game like rabbits and squirrels, thumbs down, inhumane for large animals like deer as 22 lacks. I mean, they're struggling to put this on here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I think I know one guy who shot a deer with a 22. It was
I know one guy. He's listening to this program, and he hit one in the head with a 1022, and no problem.
Game over. Right. Shot placement for sure with that.
The shot play, and he hit it in the head. It was a doe, and it no problems. Now, I would not recommend it, and I do believe a lot of states, maybe all of them, I don't think it's even legal to use a 22 rimfire.
I don't think it is in any state, actually.
Yeah.
But
So,
you know what? 1022. I don't care what this guy says. I mean, that's an icon in firearms in the United States of America. I got one. I've never seen a 1022 not shoot good and be super reliable.
Yep.
I mean, I definitely like the Smith & Wesson M&P 22. That's my favorite 22. But I mean, for anybody, what I would say, if somebody should recommend me a 22, that's accurate, reliable. You can get big magazines for it. You can get small adaptable, different socks. Ruger 1022, hands down, kicks ass. Love that gun. All right, Clay. Next up, FN Scar 17 308. Here you go. You know what?
Read this, but I think it's really funny what the X is. But go for it.
yeah. This is. So, thumbs up, battle proven, highly accurate. I mean, accurate, I wouldn't say highly. I've shot them. I would add a few more to the positives, like, you get a detachable magazine. It takes like Magpul mags. You can go up to 25. Or for that matter, you got the 30-round D-mag now you can pop in there.
And the 308s, that's been around forever. It's like,
I mean, just a hair under God's cartridge for best ever. Thumbs down, he says. Too tactical looking for traditional hunting, expensive, and overkill for smaller game. All right, Clayton, you give me your 2 cents and I'll give you mine.
Tactical looking, really? Oh, my God. You know what I say to that? There, how about that?
For those of you on the podcast, that was a big Clay Peterson sausage finger, middle finger.
Go, right big middle F you, because
he'll ranch your hand up there.
Tactical looking.
Todd Mitchell said you got a hell of a grip. He damn near crushed him. So
because I own John Deere's, all I do is fix the son of a bitch. Anyway, but for traditional hunting, expensive and too tactical looking for traditional hunting. So you know what? That kind of sounds like, if you want to ask me, I think this is what this is. That's what a FUD is, right? 60-year-old, 50-year-old Republic, never shot 17 deer at once, ban assault weapon. There you go. That's a FUD. So piss off. That's my pound sand and move on.
I've shot deer with my AR. A couple of them didn't take more than one round, Clay.
One round's all take.
Back to my 308, it took one round, and I had the 25-round mag in her. DPMS 308T is what it was actually. Okay. Not for traditional hunting. I'll tell you what. The firearm, whatever firearm you like is your freaking choice, man. It doesn't matter what it looks like. And I guarantee you, if you shoot a deer with a single shot 308, or you shoot him with the FN Scar 17 308, the deer ain't gonna know a goddamn bit of difference. What they're gonna know is they went down. It was a 30 cal.
And it's going to taste good either way, isn't it?
Either way. And the rack's going to look beautiful on the freaking wall, man.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
That rack doesn't qualify for Boone and Crockett because it wasn't shot.
Yeah, you shot it with an FN Scar. It says expensive. Scars are expensive. Overkill for smaller game. Like what? Like, what are you going to do? Eat your goddamn prairie dog? Shooting a prairie dog with a 308 is freaking awesome, man. It blows them into like 5 big chunks.
I like the big gun.
JD.
I've used a Lapua on a prairie dog. Trust me, that's some fun stuff.
Actually, we witnessed that, actually. I rather enjoyed it, Clay. I didn't think it was overkill at all.
Poof!
Yeah. I've actually seen worse shit with a 223 50 grain ballistic tip than I have with a 308 So this next one.
Before we go to them, let's catch up here.
Yeah, go for it. Get some of these comments. They've been rolling. Appreciate you guys.
We need to create a man chart. Shoot each cartridge without any muzzle devices to mitigate recoil. I'll bring the ice and Advil. JD, you bring the fireball. Right there. If there's any left, right? And then
plenty. See, just so everybody thinks he's really drinking it. I'm sipping on this shit. It's sipping whiskey.
Zach says Ruger 1022 all-time top 3-gun IDC. Yes, Brian Warner.
I can't disagree.
It's un-American not to have a 1022. I agree. Or 10. And Corey says guaranteed a 1022 has killed more critters than anything out there. Probably has.
I mean, you put in squirrels and gophers and everything. Probably not even close, really.
And Zach, he's got here. I preferred to hunt with a sporterized Enfield 303, the old Brit, forever. Best hunting.
Bloody hell!
My shoulder couldn't take it. And I believe Gene, if I remember right, Gene, if you're still talking or still listening, if I remember right, Gene used to use a 303 Brit. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gene, if you're still on here. And of course, Kelsey, pink mist. Hey, when you hit them with the big bore, it's all pink inside.
Oh yeah, yeah, all of them are.
All right,
love it. All right, next up, this one is. I mean, I don't really get here, Clay. The explanation against this is piss weak.
Yeah.
I mean, really, this is pissy. Marlin model 1895 4570 government. Thumbs up, can take down big game like bears and moose easily. And deer for that matter. That's overkill. Jesus Christ. No, it's not. Thumbs down, he's got over penetration risk. All right,
That's a big first. I've never seen over penetration being a downside.
Clay, so what grain bullet generally is a 4570 use? I'm not a 4570 man.
I'm not. I don't use them a lot. I've got a couple, but I'll be honest, I don't know.
I know my buddy Tony actually shot an elk in Colorado with it, and it worked great.
I'll put this out to the listeners. Tell us what is the most common 4570 grain bullet.
Yeah. Can cause unnecessary suffering or even be dangerous if used in populated areas. So they're saying it's going to go through them. And how is it unnecessary suffering?
What I'd like to know is if that's an over penetration risk in a populated area, what the hell is the 338 Lapua? They didn't mention over penetration on there. That's just stupid.
I mean, what's the unnecessary suffering? It's not going to kill them slow. This thing's a freaking cannonball coming through it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
This is just a stupid statement as far as I'm concerned.
Cancel this list. They're clearly Chinese 405 hardcast is the god, says David. All right. Next up, Cleve.
Well, hey, Corey says the 4570 is really effing loud when shot too close. We'll tell you that story later. But yes, you are right.
Oh, my dad will tell you the 45 ACP is the loudest shit of all time. Doug says 325 to 450 grain.
There you go. There you have it.
450 grain. If that some bitch causes unnecessary suffering, I'll kiss somebody's ass because that'll probably drop something real quick.
David said he's used 325 to 500. It's a beast. So you think about that. Because I was shooting 660s through my Barrett or any 50 caliber. So you're getting right up there as far as grains. And that's got to be moving pretty slow.
Dougie got his was like a 7. His deer with his 50 was a 730 grain AMAX, that silver tip thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember them.
Yeah. So, worked like a dream. We got all kinds of sauce. In fact, he gave me some that tastes great.
Tastes great.
What is that? It's a 50 cal. It's a piece from the 50 cal.
Well, I'm telling you right now, the 50 comes in other things other than Full Metal Jacket 660s. So there you go. All right.
Right.
Let's go on to the next one.
All right. So the next one, Desert. I mean, a lot of people won't know about this. Desert Tech HTI. Positives, military grade, long range precision. Yeah. I mean, 408 Chi-Tac is what I'm most familiar with, not the 375. Thumbs down, extreme range unnecessary for ethical hunting. Well, not if you can shoot extreme range and hit them.
You're not ethical. You can't shoot that.
Yeah.
Piss off. You know what? Probably go join the North Dakota bow hunters and you guys can go
Excessive weight and cost. I mean, did it look a little heavy? Probably. I've never had it in my hands, and I know it. I'm quite certain it costs off the charts. So I'll agree with the cost, but extreme range. Hey, a 308. Our buddy Dave's state champ shooter, extreme range to him and to you and me. is
Right.
two different things, man.
Completely different.
308 can still hit it 1,000 yards. Is that extreme range? So you're not supposed to use it because you can shoot that far with it? It's unethical.
Ridiculous.
What about a 300? I guarantee you a 300 Win Mag has plenty of energy to knock the shit out of a big mule deer at 800 yards yet. So is that unethical too? And they don't got that on the list. All right, 300 Win Mag. That's
and let's face it, this ethical hunting thing, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing it. It's a term that the liberals used and the anti-gunners. Guys, remember.
Oh, the FUDs use it too.
Oh, that's what I was getting at. Quit using the terminology of the leftists. That's where this shit started, and that's whether it's Second Amendment issues, it's whether it's this, whether it's the border. Quit using their terminology because they win that way. Unethical? What's unethical? Now, if you're actually going out there to maim and wound and really,
I'm gonna blow its leg off, then you're a piece of shit.
Yes, and actually put and incur suffering to an animal, you're an asshole. Plain and simple.
You are an asshole. You're a sadistic son of a bitch. If I shoot a prairie dog and it's wounded, I want to kill it as fast as I can.
Right.
Well, I've heard you laugh when you blow them up. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it, but it ain't because they're, look at that son of a bitch suffer.
They didn't
trust me when I blow them up like that and they fly in the air, Clay. You know as well as I do, and most people, they didn't know nothing. They went 9-9.
They went bye-bye. They didn't feel nothing there in Prairie Dog Rainbow Bridge crossing.
So we got another one here, Clay, next up, which I don't quite. This had to be some AI not knowing what the hell was going on shit.
Yeah, I seen that.
Savage 220, 20-gauge bolt-action shotguns. Which, have you ever seen a Savage bolt-action shotgun? Look fucking badass. I'm not going to lie. I like that. I think bolt-action shotguns, period, are badass. But, so he's got the thumbs up, which he contradicts. You know what he says? Legal for deer and shotgun only zones. Okay, right? Okay, yeah, thumbs up. And then, but thumbs down. Some hunters find shotguns less precise and riskier than rifles for clean kills. Well, yeah, if you're shooting in a shotgun only zone, dude, you can't shoot a freaking rifle.
And not just that. What are they shooting? So if you're shooting a slug, because that's what they're talking about, or you better be if that's what you're using. If you're out there, shooting your bird shot at deer, you got other problems, man. You probably shouldn't be out there.
But Clay, I mean, even the modern freaking slug for deer, like 300, 350 grains, I've shot them. I mean, at 100 yards, man, you can shoot. I mean,
and think about it. They
2-inch groups are definitely not unheard of.
You put a slug barrel on it. They're rifled most of the time, and they are very accurate. If you use the Smot or Sabot, load, you can shoot out there a long way. So this AI doesn't shit.
Axe and I had tested on pumpkins and whatnot. You shoot something with at close range, I'll say 25 yards, with a freaking lead slug, you will get a reaction like you won't freaking believe. That would blow you. That would blow a human apart, I bet.
I would not want to be hit by a slug.
No, it's over. It's over.
And that's a big ass chunk of lead.
Yeah, if you're a big guy like Clay, that would hit Clay in the leg and probably take his leg off.
It'd be bad. It'd be bad.
Yeah. Slugs are freaking bad freaking ass, man.
I like Zach. He says, are they using video game guns or a liberal view for this? Exactly.
Yeah, both.
That's why we brought this, because we wanted to have some fun with it and tear it apart. And I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. So the last one here, all right, I am going to get a little aggressive.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
18 Wheels says, hell, a Savage 220 is the only thing we can hunt with here other than a smoke pole. There you go. And out on the East Coast, I don't doubt that. Very, very populated.
I mean, like I said, the Savage 220 bolt action shotgun looks freaking. I think that looks badass. Really, I love that, man.
David says a 438 grain slug from a 12 gauge doesn't sound too bad. To me, if you got a little room to aim, I think that's a better self-defense round than just using a shot.
I guess a 438 grainer. You ever seen Terminator 2 when it blows that son of a bitch in half at the end? That's what you'd look like. Except you ain't coming back together like the T2 did. I know this hurts. All right, Clay, I'm going to do one more. We're coming to our 2 hours. I want you to get in the happy ending. But the last one here, Keltec RFB 308. All right, so he's got the thumbs up. I'm distant agree 100% with the thumbs up. Bullpup design makes it compact for dense woods. I think bullpups are freaking gay. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I can't stand the look of bullpups. I think they're freaking feeble. They look stupid. The freaking English invented that bullshit. We kicked their ass. Keep your freaking bullpups over there. They suck. I don't give a shit. Thumbs down. Unconventional design, yeah, for sure. Reliability issues, absolutely. Make it questionable ethical hunting. I don't know how that makes it questionable ethical hunting. Ethical for the deer, maybe, because they'll run away when your freaking bullpup doesn't fire when it's got a jam on it. So stick your bullpups up your freaking Union Jack flag and eat it, man.
I will say that I have shot this gun that Kel-Tec. We had them in the bank for a while. What?
I gotta do this. No, I missed right here. This one. Bullpups are like 300 blackouts. They're useless. But before that, Kelsey got a shot on our 300 blackout guy. Yay! I agree with both of those last ones I put up there.
So, I've shot that gun. I will tell you that it did jam on us when we had it on the range. That's when it kind of, but not bad. Once out of the entire.
You bloody Yanks ought to keep it clean.
Yeah. The bullpup didn't bother me. I don't understand why you would want that design, honestly, to me. JP, you're dead to me, bro. I don't hate it as much as you do, but I don't see the point of that gun. I really don't. Maybe just if you wanted to have something different in your collection, but it's not. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, put a few stickers on your AR, make it look a little different.
Like this one. Right there.
Yeah. Get yourself a Guns in the 701 sticker, man.
Yeah, we got some new ones, by the way.
They're badass, too. All right, Clayton, why don't you get in the happy ending here?
We will do that. Tell you what, before we do that, let's see if I have this. I'm going to run a couple. We don't really have time. So, all right, here we go.
We might see how fast you get through this.
Happy ending Chronicle. And of all places, Concord, California.
Whoa!
Late night convenience store robbery in Concord ended in a deadly. There we go. See, I was searching all over because I've done several of them where they end up, surviving and go to the hospital. I kind of wanted a really good happy ending. So this one died. Anyway, a gunfire when a store employee shot and killed an armed suspect. Dead right there. It was in what authorities and witnesses described as a clear case of self-defense, and I can't agree more. The incident took place at the S&S Fast and Easy Mart. That sounds like more than a convenience to Fast and Easy.
At least it ain't S&M.
That'd be funny to hear. Yeah, on Willow Pass Road. So you're gonna be fast and easy on the Willow. Anyway, just before midnight on Friday, and according to police, the suspect entered the store wielding a shotgun and demanded an employee open the safe. Another employee, upon seeing the threat unfold, acted swiftly and fired his own weapon, striking the suspect. The armed robber was pronounced dead. He assumed room temperature at the scene. Now, witnesses described this scene, and I thought it was great. Local resident Tao Villavicencio, that's an American name, and he recalled seeing that the suspect walking toward the store before the incident. I see this guy walking from that corner. He's got a shotgun in his right hand, and then he added that he immediately ran back to the house and called 911. Well, good for you, but that didn't do much good. But at least the employee was carrying. I added that. Customers who frequent the store were quick to voice their support for the employee. They said it was his life or theirs. He defended himself, said Dustin Lotspeck. Another customer, Dustin Reed, he emphasized that the necessity of self-protection. They are protecting their property and their business, and they're protecting other employees. Absolutely.
Everybody else in there.
Legal questions arose, but charges are unlikely, it says. In the wake of this shooting, the legal experts weighed in on whether the store employee could face charges. Michael Cardoza, a former prosecutor and criminal defense attorney, believes that the situation is a clear-cut case of self-defense. Here's a guy with a shotgun walking in. He sends a pretty loud message that, yes, you all are in danger here, and you're going to pay the consequences, he explained. So far, neither the Contra Costa District Attorney Office nor the Concord Police have indicated any charges that are forthcoming. I think that the DA is going to hesitate to file this case because they know if they bring it to a jury, The chances of getting a conviction are rather slim, Cardoza noted. Really? That's the only reason? Not the fact that it's constitutional, not the fact you're protecting your life. No, I can't get a conviction. I mean, that's what they're saying, Cardoza noted. People in this community are sick and tired of these crimes. But that's California for you. I'm glad that this happened.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a double happy ending, Clay, because a piece of shit got killed. They're never going to try and rob anybody again, and the guy's going to get off the hook.
Absolutely. So that's our happy ending chronicle coming to you from the sunny coast of California out there out west.
I mean, trying to secede, actually. We talked about that.
Let them do it. Let them do it.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
we don't need them.
Part of Oregon's trying to cut loose and get on. We might talk about that on Bell Show Monday.
Yeah.
So, Clay, you want to do a little PR. Why don't you hit that, brother?
What's that? I didn't.
Didn't you want to do a little PR here? Because you were talking.
You mean for Friday?
Yeah, Monday.
Oh, Monday, yeah. So we got Friday coming up. That's, of course, going to be 8:15 Central, 8:15 Mountain. Mitchell in the morning. Todd Mitchell. I'm probably going to hit on
7:15 Mountain.
7:15. What did I say? 6?
8:15. 8:15.
Oh, I'm
8:15 Central. 7:15 Mountain.
Maybe I should quit drinking what's in here. Anyway.
Don't worry, I do that. Hey, you've had to correct me a few times.
So we're going to be on there live with Todd Mitchell on 550. I am going to bring up these bills. I'm going to read them and get a good handle on them, and I'll have a lot better understanding of what they are. So we'll talk a little bit about them. I also found a pretty cool article coming out of Wyoming. And I always try to do them animal ones because it seems like Todd likes them and they're a lot of fun. And I might even do this one about the 30 senators. I haven't decided, but we're on 550 and I love to irritate gumshoe. So I might do the one about the NRA and its changes. So I might do that one.
There's a lot of good shit about the NRA coming out lately.
I'm telling you, I thought I was going to mag dump it, but I'm telling you, the new leadership there, the conversations I've had.
Like it.
I can tell you this. I've been asked to come back a few times. When my boys are out of school, I just might take them up on the offer, but it won't be with the friends.
Thanks, Josh. See you, buddy.
Yep. So anyway, yeah, that's that. Monday coming up, 2 hours, guys, 2 hours. Going to be on with Mr. Michael Bell on Dakota mornings. I don't wear the cap. I keep it nice and pretty.
I'll wear mine. Unless it's not going to be cold, so I'll wear my cap, not my hat.
Yeah, not your hat. We'll be on there with Michael Bell at was it 9 a.m.
9 to 11, baby. 9 to 11 Central Standard Time.
You get to listen to Todd Mitchell and Mitchell in the morning on Monday. Then you just tune in to Dakota mornings for me and Jamie with GAT701, and then you've got Clay and Buck right after. I mean, your morning can't get any better.
I mean, you think Mondays suck? This Monday's probably going to be one of the better ones of the year so far.
Actually, I'd just tune in and just leave it right there on the dial, right? And then another reminder, remember, starting next week, Thursdays, all month long will be on Thursdays, and that'll be same time, same place.
Right Why here. Is that, Clay?
We got Lent services, and I'd like to go to my services on Wednesday, so they're always on Wednesday night. And I thought, you know what? Let's just move that up to Thursday. And as soon as the Easter season's over, then we'll return back to Wednesdays.
Yep. Kelsey says, outlaw Lutheran social services. Leave the damn binaries alone.
I can't disagree with that one. Corey says, sweet for Monday. Absolutely. And call in. That's a call-in show if you want to call in.
Absolutely. Hey, if you want to call in Clay on Friday, too, do that absolutely. By all means.
I told Todd that we can do that. And what is it, 1-800-258-0550?
258-0550. Just do that one.
There you go. Do that one. I
will say this, too. If you got an iron sight and you think you're handy with that son of a bitch, get it zeroed in at 100, because the next challenge from Guns in the 701 out at the Axel Hondo range is going to be the iron sight deer steel challenge. So we're going to start at 100. We're not even going. You don't even got to hit the frickin' punch out, Clay, at 5 inches there. All you got to do is hit it. Even you hit it in the ass or whatever. We're going to move that sumbitch incrementally 50 yards. So if you drive up from Dickinson or Fargo or wherever and you miss once, it ain't over for you. We're gonna make it a little different. We're not done finalizing it. We're gonna do it in March at some point. We'll give you guys a couple weeks heads up, but get your iron sights dialed in, and let's get it, dude. I don't care if it's a 30-30 AR. An old Remington 700, whatever you got, you think you're handy with it, let's get it. Let's get it.
Sounds good. All right, we're coming up here on 2 hours, and if I don't cut it at 2 hours, we can't get our actual audio from the podcast posted on CommieTube, but not that matters. So
hold on here, Clay, real quick.
Yes.
I got a text here. You guys should make patches. Your hats won't go for my big noggin, but I have hats with the Velcro, and we do make patches.
We do.
Right on Clay's hat right there.
And I got some new ones coming. In fact, all our hats, that's what they got on them. So, yeah, we'll have some patches available. I think I gave you the ones I have. If you have any left, Jamie can sell you one.
Yep. Absolutely. All you got to do is get it heat pressed on or sewn on, which our hats have. So
yeah, and we got some new ones that are going to be able to be heat pressed, and we'll try them out, see how they're going to work. We got one out there right now that I gave to a guy that will abuse the living shit out of it. So we'll see how that does, because I know what he's like. So anyway, that should work pretty good. And otherwise, tune in on Friday morning at 7:15 Mountain, 8:15 Central in the morning, on Mitchell in the Morning, 5:50 a.m. And then you might as well start your morning off and your week right Monday morning right there on the same place, 5:50 a.m. Tune your dial to it. 9 o'clock Central Time, 8 Mountain for Guns in the 701 with Michael Bell on Dakota Morning. Guys, everybody, thank you very much. This has been a fun show. I know I felt like it was a lot of fun. Tune in again next week, Thursday, for another great episode, number 132. Can you believe that? Guns in the 701. See everybody next week. Or actually, I'll see you Friday, but I'll see everybody else next week.
I'll see you Monday.
Keep your powder dry.